Welcome back to the Full Streaks Podcast, episode number 12. I am one of the hosts, CJ.
I'm
That
Drew.
is the other host, Drew.
Me.
We're not accompanied by anybody today. We're just going to be talking about a couple of things about the full release of Modern Warfare 2, and we haven't really had time to talk about how we enjoyed the campaign, how we enjoyed
Campaign
anything
was
like
good.
that. And it was very
Really
good.
good.
I'm happy that they are alluding to like campaign DLC.
Could be cool.
It would be really cool. Another topic that we're going to be touching on is I know the perk system
Yes.
and maybe a couple of maps here and there, depending on what you're doing in the game.
Fair enough.
So, before we get into the topics at hand, do you have any off-bar topics that you want to bring up?
Craig learned today that potato is a vegetable, and it makes me
That is
really
great.
excited that I'm the one
Uh-huh.
that got to teach him. That's all that I had.
Okay. Anyway. It's a fucking starch.
Look.
Anyway, we're not going to get into it. I know what the definition is now, but I do not accept it.
Okay, that's fine.
Let me ask you this. You've been playing with your controller, your new controller, for probably what, like a week?
This one right here, folks, built it myself. Put the kit in. It's got 4 paddles that are remappable. Face buttons are mouse clicks. There's no depression time, except for at night.
I'm always a depression
And then
time.
the triggers and bumpers are also mouse clicky. I don't know if that's coming through, but it's pretty cool not having to depress the trigger all the way. Or I don't know, the trigger stops sometimes get squishy, and there's still, I don't know, that's like minimum travel, and I'm a big fan.
Yes. So you're fully enjoying the way the controller feels in hand
So far,
while
so good,
playing
yeah.
Call of Duty. But you, as you say, you are not having fun in Call of Duty yet. So
Not allowed to have fun until all the camos are
all
achieved.
the camos.
And camos they did really differently this year, and I don't know that I hate it.
I don't know if I like it though.
It's different. So
yeah,
you always had to play a weird way to get certain camos. I just feel like I barely get to play the game when I got to go for prone kills or for long shots or for things that make you play in a way that you normally wouldn't. I just feel like I don't get to play the game. I feel like I got to do these tasks, and it takes a lot of the fun away. And some of the guns are just not conducive to having fun. Yeah.
So me and you are on polar opposites when it comes to the camo grind.
Sure.
I'm enjoying it. I am.
I don't
the
hate
only
it.
thing the one thing that I noticed that you're doing, instead of going through getting all the guns gold at once and then going back and doing all the long shots, you're doing gold, then long shots.
Platinum. Yeah, I'm doing them in sets. I'm doing the ARs to get them gold. Then I can go and get them all platinum because that's an extra challenge this year. You don't just get them all gold and get platinum. No. You got to do long shots for each of them, which is, I mean, yeah, but I'm just doing them in sets. I did the rockets in sets. I did the ARs in sets, and I'm almost done with the snipers. I'll have the snipers done, I don't know, 20 minutes after we get done. and snipers will be platinum, and I'm going to work on pistols and battle rifles. I think will be the next on my list.
So I'm going through just to get everything gold currently. So I'm going to get everything gold, and then I can start doing all the long shots in basically 2 or 3 playthroughs on like ground war or invasion, instead of going back and getting them all gold and then going back in that category. I'm just gonna go and get gold for all of them real quick, go back to the start, get all of them platinum,
sure.
Go back, and then get polyatomic. The one thing that I'm really disliking the most, you touched on it, was the fact that you have to contour your playstyle for certain camos. It is absolutely bonkers to me how some guns decide, or how they decided that some guns are going to have prone kills or point blanks.
I had to get hip fire kills with my sniper rifle, bro. did it.
Just wait till you use the marksman rifles.
I'm not excited for that either, but it just wasn't. I don't know. Sometimes it wasn't fun, but it will be fun having the in-game camo, Polyatomic and Orion.
But yes. Anyway, okay, so you know the canted sight,
I do.
the laser sight. That should still count as a hip fire because you're not aiming down anything.
I agree.
You're just using the laser.
I agree, 100%.
Just also, like, please fix the 9K for having under barrel attachments when you can't use an underbarrel. It's super fucking annoying. But yeah, just wait.
With the laser canted thing, like that shouldn't count as an ADS kill. That should still count as a hipfire kill.
Absolutely.
But I mean, I guess that's where the actual ADS challenges should come from. I feel like most people are ADSing most of the time, anyways.
Yes.
You know, most people are not hip firing, and then they put that challenge in there, and here's this laser that you cannot aim down the sights, but we're not gonna count it. No, and we're gonna count that shit. It's super accurate though, really good.
The one gun that I really enjoyed hipfire kills with was the P90. You just
Hold on a second. Seriously, here. Hold on.
What?
Do that again. No.
One gun.
Yep. Nope. What? One. You blinked one eye. No, you blinked one.
I did?
Yep. That was miraculous. Continue.
Probably had a mild stroke.
It's possible because you definitely blinked one eye when you had your glasses off. Continue. P90.
Yeah. I went like this.
Oh no, you were like wide eyed and you just like blinked one eye and it was not.
You'll have to cut that out.
That's definitely. And send it to me. Yeah. Oh yeah, you'll see it. P90, you said?
Yeah, the P90, for the way the gun plays, it was really fun to do the hipfire kills with.
Sure.
You don't have an extended mag for it, which is fine. It has 50 rounds, whatever. But you put a laser sight on it, and you're just running at people. It's stupid. You're slanging those bullets at their face.
Slanging.
The challenge is to get 10 hipfire kills.
Mm-hmm.
I got that done in maybe a minute and a half into a domination game.
Nice.
So the challenges aren't hard. They're tedious.
Yeah, they're not hard at all.
No.
I don't know if there's a favorite challenge I have.
I mean, just 50 kills with any gun is the easiest and most enjoyable part of it.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I got a gun to level 3, and then you get the gun to level 2, and then yes, I know. You get the gun to level 2, then you get the camo challenge for the first one, which is always kill challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And we were playing Raceway, or whatever the fuck Grand Prix map is now called.
Crown
Royal?
No.
Crown Raceway.
I think so.
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
I definitely did. They got into a legal battle over it. It definitely fucking matters.
And they're getting into a legal battle with the hotel map.
The Greenberg Hotel and the museum's gone. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I liked the museum map. I thought it was a good search map.
It was a fun time. Yeah, it was a fun time. Oh. But I know on the Raceway map, I got the P90 done in one game.
Yeah.
Because I had the 67 kills that game.
It was a decent game.
It was a pretty decent game.
It wasn't bad.
No, I enjoyed it. I got the stats right here. I was 67 and 22.
That's pretty good. You clipped it?
I didn't clip the whole game. I just got the ending. I just got the scoreboard.
Nice.
Because Shadowplay likes to not do what it's supposed to do sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, so you had a question to me while we got into a game of Invasion. You told me not to answer it or anything.
We're going to save that to the end.
Oh, Jesus.
So we've had the game for a week now. I want to know what your favorite map has been.
Oof. Most of the maps are not very good.
So let's cross some off. Is it border crossing?
No.
No, It's not.
No,
It's nobody's favorite map. I got a TikTok that people are saying it's their favorite map. They're lying. The hydroelectric plant is also down there. It's probably second to worst for me. I don't think that there's a worse map.
It'll probably play different for the game modes that we will be playing.
It may play better for search. I do not like it for respawn.
No,
at all.
No, because if you spawn seaside, sea flag, you're trapped there.
I like the hotel map.
I don't really care for it.
No, I like the hotel map. I know you don't like the fortress map. So is it the big warehouse? That's got the
Farm 18?
No, not well. I think Farm 18 is gonna be the crowd favorite. Yeah. It's the small map. But no, the big house that's got the big hill that goes up on one side.
No,
you don't like that map
too.
Oh no, man, I like that map. I never go inside. I never am inside.
And I'm always inside.
Yes. But you're also not sniping.
Fucking reverse. Like, I hit you with the Uno reverse card.
That's fine. I'll take the inside.
So, I mean, I guess I'm going to have to go with the crowd favorite. Farm 18 has been very fun to play.
Not for sniper long shots, let me tell you.
No, I can picture that.
Bad time was bad.
I don't know, man. Some of these maps feel extremely small and big at the same time.
I don't like that we don't have a snow map. I understand that none of the campaign was in the snow. I don't care. It doesn't need to fit the storyline. Give me a snow map. I want to see bright white instead of... It's a lot of gray. Or not gray, but tan. It's a lot of tan. A lot of dust color. I know. I mean, the Mercado map, that might also be up there for me. The market in the middle, that street that's got the market.
Oh, yes.
That's up there for me.
Okay. Yeah, that is.
That one's up there for me. I
completely forgot about that map.
That's a good map.
It is a good map, but it's also a bad map. They all feel big and small at the same time.
They are.
You either don't see anybody or see everybody.
The pacing's weird, man. The spawns are really bad. They're really bad spawns. Yes. Spawns are bad.
Please do not think that anybody in their fucking right mind wanted squad spawns for another year.
On that note, I want to know who's the guy that's saying dead silence shouldn't be a perk. Because I need to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I want to know why you think that it shouldn't be a perk. Because it is not going to be fun playing. We're playing Modern Warfare 3 once people found sit rep. But there's no perk. It's just super loud all the time. You hear everything. You can pinpoint where people are. Even if they're walking, they have to be crouch walking for you to not hear them. And then you still hear them a little bit. It's absurd. Crouch, you cannot. ADS. Yeah, you can't make plays. You can't run around. You can't flank. They're crippling you. They're punishing movement by speed penalties from jumping and sliding. Now, I don't mind the sliding so much. I think there should only be dolphin diving, personally. But the fact that they nerf the sliding, I don't hate. The jump shotting is something that I had grown into, and it sucks because I'm unlearning it now. But give me those penalties, but allow me to work around the map and move around the map without being heard.
Can I point something out really quick, Drew?
You can try.
Okay, I'm gonna point this out to you. How often do you move from where you go? You personally.
When I'm not sniping, all the time. Okay. Most of the time. In search, all the time.
Yeah. So now, let me say this because I noticed it while I was playing the game.
Do it.
Dead silence refills very quick in this game. A lot faster than people think. A lot faster, and it lasts twice as long as MW19.
Okay, sick. There is an animation to activate it. It's no longer has ghost attached to it. There was too many nerfs to it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's. I mean, it's good. It would be better as a perk, and it would be better if it had ghosts attached to it and did not have that activation animation.
It's like what I said last time. I mean, like, okay, give us it as a perk, but give us a counter to that perk.
Yep, give us that silence and awareness. Everybody's happy. And you know what? How about don't make there any perks? Don't make that silence perk. Make everybody have quiet footsteps all the time, and then have awareness as there. I'm not mad at that either. But not allowing us to have silent footsteps just cripples us. It makes us to where we cannot work around the map. We can't move. And I feel like, hear me out, decoy grenades are going to come into play in search a lot, just to be able to work around the map to throw and distract. I think they're going to come into play. I think they're going to be viable. I mean, it's either that or a stim.
I like to hit people with a stun and run behind them. That's what I like to do.
No.
Gotta get my back shot somehow.
Well, good thing we'll have camos by the time it's search time.
You'd hope.
No, I will.
I know you will, but you hope.
And then
there's 2 years.
I'll play with y'all.
I can get them in search.
You could get them in search, bro. It would take so long.
It would take absolutely long.
It would take forever.
So, continuously talking about perk system. Mm-hmm. Why do you think this perk system is bad?
Because there is, to me, there's really no need for more than one perk class. It's flak tack. You can make an argument for focus, or what was the other one?
Cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded, yeah. It's one of those two. Fast hand, no, it's not even in the same realm as those two perks. But there's no.
I personally.
You want sleight of hand? That's fine. It's not as good as cold-blooded. It's just not. There's no. That's what I'm saying. It's not as good as or focus. Like the reduced flinch, it's not as good as either of those. To me, there's only those two choices. And for the last perk, I mean, it's Ghost. Everybody's getting UAVs. Everybody, or quick fix, maybe.
Or high alert.
Yeah, I can see high alert. I can see high alert and search. I can't see it in respawn because everybody's getting UAVs all the time and nobody's shooting them down. I got my rocket launchers done and nobody's shooting shit down anymore. Loki is occasionally. No, I understand. But you're not the only other person there. And I'm not even talking about just the people we play with. You'd think eventually people would be like, man, nobody's shooting this shit down. That's weird. Maybe I should take it into my own hands. I did that when I did my camos. I did my job. You know how many Harriers I shot down? Sorry, VTOLs. How many UAVs? You know how many? I blew up my rocket on a counter UAV, and it didn't blow up the counter UAV. TikTok.com/IamBigDru. So I'm ready for other people to start blowing some shit up because I'm over it. I'm done with it.
Yeah, no, I'll be there soon. I'm gonna be knocking out primarily everything that is fun to use before I start hating the game.
That's fair. I decided to hate the game first.
Yeah, we're just doing it different directions this time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the perk system itself, how you earn your perks, I've noticed is a lot more fluid than it was in the beta.
I don't like it.
Personally,
I don't like it.
I don't. I'm indifferent.
I'm not. I do not like it. Give me my perks all the time. Give me the perks all the time. Why did you take them away?
Hold on.
Who asked?
We're all on an even.
Take them away. Who has to take them away?
We're all on an even playing field currently when we start the game. We don't have.
If you give us all the perks all the time, we're always on an even playing field. Always.
It adds more diversity to the game.
It adds RNG to the game. That's not good.
RNG?
Because you get your perks at. Do the kills not have increase your cooldown or help your cooldown on your perk?
Sure it does.
Okay, so it's RNG. You have to, unless you're keeping score of the kills and because you'll never know the assists. Like you'll have to look at the score, be like, oh, this person's gonna get their perk now. It's RNG. You're not playing. It's not nearly as even as giving everybody the perks all the time. No,
I'm indifferent about it. I mean, I've also haven't really experienced any downsides to it myself. Because once you get cold-blooded and Ghost, you're off the map and away from everyone's high alert.
That's the problem. Is that's like the only thing to run. I have not changed my perks in so long.
Yeah, I haven't either.
There's not anything like, ooh, maybe I should switch this up or try this out. There's none of that. There's no conflicting perks in a perk, and that would make people play differently. And I think that it would have helped the game overall.
You know what I still think they should have done?
What's that?
Brought back the ghost perk system.
The points. I didn't hate the points.
No,
I didn't hate the points.
Really nifty.
I like the points. You got them all the time, which is a big deal for me. Apparently, I didn't think that it would ever be an issue that I didn't have all my perks all the time. That never crossed my mind before last month. But yeah, I didn't hate that. That's not a bad idea. I didn't hate that.
No, I would love to see them decide, since the UI is being overhaul the perk system.
Needs overhaul the UI big time.
It needs one.
The perk, yeah,
absolutely.
The perks too, yeah.
Give the community what they fucking want for once. Give us back the red dots on the mini map, for fuck's sakes.
Okay. Hot take. I personally could not give a fuck about a red dot because I never look at my mini map. Ever. I'm like to a point where it's not good. I don't look at it when there's a UAV. I know it's bad. I'm bad at Destiny because of it. I've been over this with Dave. He's like, you don't look at your radar? But I'm like, no. What do you know? I'm focusing on the shit in front of me, not this corner where I gotta rely on my peripheral.
Well, okay, so the reason why the minimap was as powerful as it was is because it doesn't give the I don't want to call them campers, but I mean the sentinels and their play style benefit because you don't know where they are, even if you have a UAV up.
I understand the problem. I do. I get it. I understand the problem. The sentinels should not be allowed to sentinel, but that's less of an issue if we have dead silence as a perk.
It's also less of an issue if people show up on the minimap.
It's not, because that issue is mitigated by a suppressor. Whereas dead silence, you could still move around.
Yep.
And when they shoot, you could actually run up on them and do something about it instead of fucking have to crouch walk your ass up there and maybe get the eye on them. I'm not talking about breaking people's cameras, but allow me to walk strafe and around a corner and not be heard. Because you can still be heard. You can still be heard. I promise you can still be heard.
I guarantee they're probably going to start implementing a fix because you can hear people through walls. It's bad. Horrible.
Like, I'm glad that I'm doing camos and not playing search. Search would not be fun right now. It's definitely footsteps got to get fixed, man. Got to.
I mean, we're just a minority of the people.
I know. I understand. We're the casuals are the majority, and they got to. And I understand that. I just don't like it.
Yeah, no, but you also got to realize most of the casuals on what's today's date?
I feel like I'm a
In
casual.
10 days, most of the casuals
think they're going to Warzone
are not going to be playing multiplayer.
Think they're going to Warzone?
They're going straight over to Warzone. They're going to be absolute, like, they're casuals in multiplayer, but fucking absolute sweats in Warzone.
Man.
I feel it.
Maybe.
I mean, like there's going to be a big drop.
You think Warzone's going to be huge, right? Then
yes.
You think Warzone 2 is going to be
Warzone DMZ? Yeah, absolutely.
DMZ is not going to be for everybody. I don't think that the Warzone people will like Warzone 2 as much as you think they will. They made a lot of changes that I don't think were positive. The looting system was really weird. You go up to a box and like nothing comes out, and you have to like scroll through shit. It was really
that's sort of like Blackout, how they did it.
Blackout, you had a bag that you could go through, but when you were getting loot, it was on the ground and you picked it up. You didn't have to scroll through a bunch of shit.
Yeah, no. So the videos that I saw were actual like guns on shelves. Like that.
I'm talking about go to a box. That just a regular like blue box that's on the ground. It's going to give you a green gun and ammo. That's the box I'm talking about. Just regular boxes on the ground. You have to walk up to it, and then you have to scroll through shit to get it instead of just popping it and looking real quick.
But they might revert
they might. But all we can go off of is what we know and what we saw. So I can't talk about what they might do.
You can speculate.
I don't want to. I have no interest in Warzone
okay.
2, like at all. Zero. Warzone 1 didn't do it for me. I'll try it. I'll go into it. I'm more excited for DMZ. I'll put it that way. I'm a lot more excited for DMZ than Warzone. A lot more.
See, I think DMZ will flop. Personally, I don't think it's going to be good. Nothing can compare to the super high realistic aspect of Tarkov. Nothing.
Console kids can't play Tarkov.
Exactly.
I think that's what's going to propel it. It is going to have a much larger player base because a wider variety of people can play it.
Yeah, it's going to have, but the player retention's not going to be there.
I think it will.
They're going to lose all their shit.
So the people that's not playing Tarkov on console aren't playing it because they don't like Tarkov or they're bad at it. They're not playing it because they can't. They literally can't. I'm sure there's super enthusiasts that are on console that just don't have a PC. That are chomping at the bit to play. I guarantee it. The survival series their genre is so big right now. It's ridiculous.
So hold on, I'm gonna go back in time really quick.
Go ahead.
Yes.
It's a BR. It's a. I don't like calling it a BR because it doesn't have BR characteristics. I still think it's a survival game.
Okay, so all right. I just wanted to make sure we were touching base on that from prior arguments we had.
Yeah.
I just don't see. Like, yeah, it's gonna be
because it's not as intricate as Tarkov. It's gonna be an arcade style of Tarkov, which for the people that didn't, you had to put so many hours into Tarkov to learn everything. What ammo, fucking what attachments on what map do you need to get to this point, and how much it was so hyper realistic that I don't know. I don't think I'm that hardcore into it, but I like the genre. I like that survival. I like that you can lose your Cycle was really fun. I thought. I just nobody else ever played it, and I thought it was a really solid game.
Like, isn't Marauders pretty good?
Yeah, Marauders was fun. I've also only played that by myself.
Okay. So, I mean, with how DMZ is shaping out to be and the like no leaks that we have had of it.
That's exciting.
I hope it. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I hope it's good and it doesn't fall flat on its face. But I don't think Infinity Ward understands what type of juggernaut they're going up against.
I think they're going to blow it out of the water.
Somebody has to. Escape from Tarkov is dog shit. I
didn't say it. That was Rick.
I have the EOD edition. I bought it like so long ago.
I did too.
I know. You stopped playing before me.
It's just you have to dedicate so much time, and you have to have a bullet spreadsheet up to find out what bullet's gonna pin this and do. And it was just it's more hardcore than I'm willing to be. So I'm not saying the game's bad. I think it's a really neat concept, but I don't know. It needs to be a little bit more forgiving. Hunt Showdown was more forgiving, and I enjoyed it a lot more. It wasn't as hyper realistic and super intricate, and you had 45 different kinds of ammunition and attachments, and there was no guide on, oh, we got to put this part that fits with this part, and it was just, I know it was very bare bones, and it just was a lot more user friendly. I think newbie friendly. Let me put it that way.
Okay. I wish it the best. I'll probably play it once or twice.
I'm stoked for it.
When it comes out in 10 days.
I'm gonna polyatomic the shit out of that.
I don't think you're gonna be able to.
I don't know why you wouldn't. If you can put the skins, like your skin on a gun in Warzone, why couldn't you do it in DMZ?
Because you can probably find a gun, bring it back to your hidey hole, and do it that way. But I don't think you're gonna.
You don't think the camos are gonna transfer?
No. I don't think you're gonna be able to pick up a gun and just boom, there's the camo.
Okay. The reason I think you will is because you can literally do it in Warzone. You can go hit a box, a gun drops out, you pick it up, and it has the camo that you have it placed on it.
Are you talking about loadout drops or any
weapon?
No,
any weapon. Do they not?
Any weapon that I ever picked up off the ground never had a camo on it.
Maybe I'm
And
tripping. I
had
haven't
a
played
whole
Warzone in
bunch
a
of
while. Maybe I'm just
yeah.
okay. I might just be thinking about loadout. But I mean, if they can do it with the vehicles, why can't they do it with the weapons? Because the vehicles, yes, is exactly. I remember the vehicles changed into this blood skin I
Yeah.
had for it.
Yeah.
So if you can do it with vehicles, I don't see a reason why you couldn't do it with weapons.
I don't know. I just hope that they do it right, do it well the first time, and
Well,
prove me
they
wrong.
can't. They
That's all.
can't do it right the first time because it's new. It's new territory. They gotta fuck up. But people gotta give them the space to fuck up and allow them the space to fix it as well.
Have we said that about Call of Duty the last 5 years?
No, because they haven't done anything new. This is DMZ is new. The perk system is not it's not a new thing though. It's something that they changed to and is a worse change. We had a perk system. We didn't have a DMZ mode or anything like it before.
Yeah. I mean, they also did fuck up with Warzone when it first came out.
I think Warzone is a fuck up just in its entirety. I know
Well,
it's
I mean,
massively successful and has made bunches of money,
yeah.
but that's not
Yeah,
how I
absolutely.
measure fuck uppery. It's just not.
Do you measure it based on the player base, or do you?
I measure based on how much I enjoy it, and I didn't enjoy
Gotcha.
it very much.
So personally, it's a fuck up, but it's not a fuck up for everybody.
Well, I mean, I can only speak on my own behalf at all times.
Okay. Understandable. I'm just making sure the wording that we have going on right here. You think it's dog shit.
That's exactly what I said, yes.
Okay.
All right.
Processing.
What's your favorite gun so far that you've used?
The Deagle.
The Deagle's gonna do
It's
it,
just
huh?
it's just so crispy to get the nice one tap, and you're just like, ooh. You get 3 in a row, and you're just feeling good. You're like, ooh.
I have a problem.
Oh boy.
I can't think of a favorite gun.
Well, you've only used launchers.
I typically play as an AR. I typically have an AR.
Yeah.
And I've used all the ARs. I promise.
No, yeah, you have.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I just can't. I think that there's so many that are viable. There's not one that I gravitate to, and I think it's a really positive thing for the game.
If I had to gravitate to a main weapon, it has to be the 74U.
It's strong, man.
It's the best AR.
It's
in this
good.
class.
It's good. Well, no, the
It's
SPR is the best AR and the best.
That's getting nerfed
Into the ground, I hope.
Well, I don't.
All the
I
way
hope not.
buried.
I hope not. I need to do it still.
I know.
might do that tonight.
I don't want to do it.
I might do it tonight.
I might also do it tonight. That thing is super dumb right now.
Did you see? I know we talked about it, but people are so up in arms about Call of Duty not giving them their double XP tokens for the Vault Edition pre-order.
Yeah.
That you're going to get it if you. What?
We're getting it now, yeah.
Yeah. Only the Vault Edition.
I mean, I really wasn't that worried about it, if I'm being honest.
I mean, it's 10 hours of double XP for both. I mean,
you can't use the double XP tokens until in 2 weeks. For 2 weeks. So the double weapon XP would be cool, I guess. But
yeah,
I mean,
that's the only reason why I'm popping them.
The leveling really isn't. You're maybe playing 1 or 2 extra games to get to the next level for the next challenge. It's typically like you'll play a game, you'll get the first challenge open at level 2 of whatever gun, and it's 50 kills. You just get your kills.
8, then 12, then
yeah.
16.
So you're maybe playing 1 or 2 extra games that are not going towards challenges that are just strictly to level. And I don't know.
See, you brought something up to me the other day. Invasion should not change the XP gains per weapon XP, correct? For the bot kills.
What do you mean?
You should still get the same amount of XP for bots
as
we do now.
Yeah, I don't think that should change. I think the XP for killing a real person, an operator, if you will, should go up. Yeah, it should double. It should be double what a bot is, or 1.5 times even.
So 350.
Yeah.
300 and a half, as you would say.
3,500, yeah.
3,500.
Yeah. Like I think that's a better way. Because I mean, it's still like not super fast to level. It still takes some time.
Have you used any of your double XP tokens, by the way?
Yeah, I've used my double weapon XP. I did it for my launchers.
Have you noticed that you don't have a countdown?
I have noticed that. I also, Call of Duty, I'm talking to you. Why can't we just use the token in game? And why is it not just in game time? Why can't I pop my hour double weapon XP, play because that's the only token I got, go play for 20 minutes, get off, go make dinner, and come back and still have 40 minutes left? I should be able to do that. That's not hurting anybody. That's not hurting anybody.
Because I know, I fully agree. I'm fully on board with you, but I have a rebuttal as to why that
Go
happened.
Go ahead.
Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah.
I hop on that. I still have 3.5 years worth of double XP just sitting there.
That's fine, but it's not about stacking them because they control you stacking them. I'm just saying they shouldn't run out when you're not playing. It's not hurting anybody. It's not a negative thing to anybody because they're not selling them. If they were selling them, I would say it makes more sense, but they're not. You can't just go buy double weapon XP tokens. It's not hurting anybody. This is supposed to be for the benefit of the player. Well, let it be for the benefit of the player when on their terms, not on your terms. You make us do enough on your terms. I had to get hip fire kills with my sniper rifle on your terms. All right.
Do it in third person mosh pit. Makes life a lot easier right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can just shoulder peek around corners.
I'm bad at that too. I was bad at Gears.
Oh my god, I was one of the best players in Gears in my school, bro. I love Gears.
All right.
It is a Call of Duty podcast, not a Gears of War podcast.
Are you ready for the question?
I hope so. Let's see what it is.
Who is on your Mount Rushmore of professional Call of Duty players?
Ooh, top 4?
Yeah. I mean, off the rip, it's the Dynasty for me, but it can't be. I can't just.
Just pick 4 different players, not a 4-man team.
They are like for me, it's them. But I mean, I'm sure that's tied to all the content, and we got to know them and like them and stuff. But realistically, Mount Rushmore is probably Slasher, Clay, Krim. Now, we're not talking about liking them. We're talking about the best of overall.
Okay.
I got to put him in there. I got to put Arcides in there.
Okay.
He was very recently had the most earnings of any player ever.
Yep. He
Alex been really good, man, for a long time, and
I hope he succeeds on LA Gorillas. I really do.
He was like, I saw him tweet. He was like, I don't know if I have the right M4 build. It sounded like he was going through it, man.
So, I mean, if we're gonna talk about like, I got 2 of the same people you got up there. I do have Clay and Clem. Clay and Krim. Yeah. I mean, if you're talking past, present, future, you got to throw Nate up there for what he did for the scene.
I don't. I can appreciate what he did for the scene, and it's not a knock to him. But there's too many people that have been doing it longer, and I think that has been more important to the scene than when he stopped in the very first Jetpack game.
So, a lot of people would think I would be throwing Scump up there, but
I thought about it.
I can't. He is the face of Call of Duty.
Pause.
I get it.
Name a better sub. Because I can't. If there was a 5th spot, it's going to Scump. Name a better sub. Just that has been doing it and been in the top 3, top 5 of almost every stat for every year. He's not been doing it long enough. He doesn't have the amount of time in it to, I don't think, compare. Seth's been at the top for a decade, bro. Simp's only been playing for 3 years.
And he still won 2 world championships in those 3 years. The Tiny Terrors?
They won Black Ops 4.
Yeah, and they won Cold War.
No.
Yes. Because Dallas won MW19. They won Cold War, and Thieves won Vanguard.
Did they win Cold War? So he's got 2 rings already?
Yes.
Damn.
Yes, he does.
I don't know that is... I mean, it's a team sport. I think that... I'm not saying he's bad. I think he's really good.
No.
He may be the best player right now. Like that we've had in the past 3 years, he's the best player. Overall, he just doesn't have the amount of time played that some of these older guys do. When you got Sessman at the top 3, top 5, whatever, for 3 times as long as Simp has been around. That's all I'm saying. It's just he doesn't have the time to put in.
Are we basing it off of current players that are still playing or retirees also?
Because I feel like it's got to be still playing. I don't think we mentioned anybody.
Okay, so take Krim off yours and pick a new one.
Okay. Then Seth's going up there in place of Krim.
Okay, so it's going to be Clay. It's going to be... Oh, I get Scump, if that's the case, Scump.
You can put Simp up there too. I'm not mad at that.
No, I don't. Who else do I think? I mean, in the current field of players, I mean, there's no one really notable that I could put up there with those 2.
I got somebody that I don't think you're going to be... I don't think he is the best. I also would say that he is underappreciated. He is underliked. He is under... Go ahead. What's your guess?
I think I know.
Who?
Is it Temp?
No. Accuracy.
Oh.
Lamar is good, man. Lamar is good, man. And I don't think he gets enough recognition.
He doesn't. He is good. Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't put him up on the Mount Rushmore.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said that I wanted to note somebody who was underappreciated. That's all. No, I wouldn't put him up there.
Temp is also underappreciated because he's been doing pretty well as of late.
I haven't watched him, I guess.
Well, I know.
I didn't watch anything in Vanguard, yeah.
We got Clayster, we got Scump.
I mean, I know you like Octane as a content creator. Are you putting him up there?
I love Octane. He is so fucking funny. I love his shit. He's
good.
He can go up there. He's been in the league for a while.
Yeah.
He's definitely going up there for an AR slot.
I mean, it's kind of corny that he made his name after a ghost map, but
he also probably made his name based off
it's a joke. That's not how he made his name.
I know it is. I know. I'm trying to rebuttal your joke with another joke, but you interrupted me, so fuck that joke.
Correct.
I guess I could throw Dashy up there because he's a.
I think Dashy's in the same spot as Simp. I think he just doesn't have the time.
Yeah, well, those are my 4, I guess. I have to really if you would have gave me time to actually think instead of throwing me into the deep end.
That's why I didn't want to give it to you earlier.
I would have given you a more thoughtful response than.
Well, I like the thought process. I like talking it out.
Yeah, but I don't, because my thought process makes no sense.
That's okay. We work through it.
No, but then you jump to conclusions and jump off a roof.
Sometimes.
Most of the time, anyway.
Sometimes.
What do I? Oh, I mean, with how the recent tournaments are going, it's definitely not. It feels like everything is very well balanced. Watching
I haven't watched
the flank 30K the other night while I was eating dinner. I mean, subs, as I keep saying, these maps are big and small at the same time because you got a lot of tight corners.
Mm-hmm.
You got verticality that plays a factor. It's just subs in anywhere between 8 to 17 meters are extremely strong.
Sure.
After that, you're going to get mapped. Absolutely mapped by an AR, as you should be. Or a sniper, or for fuck's sakes, even, a shotgun.
The guns are playing their roles well.
Yeah. And now you're going to have an actual flex in the league where they can run multiple different guns and play exactly the same.
They're not just running a Maddox and calling themselves a flex.
You're going to see, yeah, exactly. You're going to see, like, let's say I don't like him, but MC, Cellian. You're going to see him run a couple of different guns.
Okay.
I don't really care for Cellian.
I could tell when you said that.
No.
I just didn't know that.
Too. He's going to be snaking everybody with an AUG, dude. Absolutely.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of money on the line, and it's their game to allow things in. That's on Call of Duty. You can't hate the player, hate the game. Sorry to bother you.
Hot take really quick. I think GAs are the stupidest shit ever invented.
No, UAVs are the stupidest shit ever invented. I stand by that 100%. They're the worst things to ever happen to Call of Duty. Now, GAs or gentlemen agreements, I think are not the best for the league or the viewer or any of it. But I think Call of Duty needs to work closer with pros and ex-pros to come out with a rule set, a weapon set, a perk set, and everything that is going to be a good competitive year. I think they need to do all of this, but the problem is, and I think it will get better, they don't have a build to test things on that is good, because most of the time we're getting broken games released, so they can't, This year hasn't been any different. It's broken, but I still like it.
It's been broken. It's been horrible. You couldn't play with the party for 2 days.
There's a god mode with a riot shield. There's a man running around with a riot shield that you can't kill.
You gotta throw a Molotov on him,
and
then they will die.
Currently, today the game's been out 1 week. Today, can't kill him.
He's still running around. GAs are. It ruined it for me. Because if during Cold War, right? If the players went to Vondi or went to X, Y, and Z, instead of just saying GA, instead of X, Y, and Z, if they went, listen, this attachment is too overpowered. Can we remove it from the competitive playlist?
See,
instead of going, subs can't use a foregrip or a muzzle brake.
So I understand.
I found that so stupid.
I understand where you're coming from. The people whose job it is to be in a competitive atmosphere, the pros, they are the ones that need to make it fair. They if the publisher's not going to do it, Treyarch's not going to do it, Infinity Ward, if they're not going to do it, the players have to take it into their own hands. So I understand it. I do think it would be better if they just worked with the devs prior to the game coming out and maybe come out with a ranked playlist with everything and everything already be set for the map set and everything that they're going to use instead of but again, I think it's partly because they've had to push out a game every year, and typically it's not a full game that we get, and they don't have a good build and they can't really test because everything's getting tuned constantly. So I don't think they get a chance to work with them.
What is the third game mode this year? The only 2 game modes I know is Search and Hardpoint.
I'd imagine it's Control. It's in the private match. You just can't play it multiplayer yet, which is a good game mode. It's not CTF, but it's a good game mode.
I'd rather play Control over CTF, but that's just me. Because if you don't have a good team on CTF, you get rocked, and it's always first to 3 in pubs.
We're not talking about us. We're talking about watching professionals. We're talking about the third game mode for competitive this year.
Bring back Blitz.
I don't hate Blitz. I'm for Blitz.
Bring it back.
I stand by it. I don't know. Do you got anything else?
I got a controller for sale. If anybody wants, let me know.
Okay, you heard him. The email will be down below. And Craig's selling a controller. I'll link you his socials in the bottom as well. Thank you for watching. This has been episode
before anything, also, please, if you are a new subscriber or new to watching this podcast, feel free to send us clips. We are looking for clips to play.
Yes.
Any type of clip, as long as it doesn't involve cheating, glitching, all the red flags, throw those out. Anything that is a good clip, please send it to us. We would like to watch it.
Just be sensible. Don't send us anything ridiculous. Don't send anything that's going to get us in trouble. Like, I don't know why one would do that. We're going to screen it before we put it on the podcast anyways. Like, just be sensible about what you send us, you know?
Absolutely.
That was good to add that. You got anything else? Am I forgetting anything else?
I don't think, I don't know.
I don't think so.
You can always figure it out in post.
We'll see. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.